And welcome to this midday market mood check with me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin, Mota. Well, Yatin, the story is the same.
Yeah.
We started above that 17,000 mark, given the fact that we had positive global cues to work with this morning. But all the gains have fizzled out, and we are around that 16,970 mark or thereabouts. Even though the Sensex is clutching on to slim gains right now, but most of the gains that we saw in the morning have fizzled out. If you look at the losers, we have the likes of the auto sector, metals, realty. These are the sectors which are dragging the markets down. In fact, even the PSU banking pack was in the red when I checked last. It's Adani group of stocks that are emerging as the top laggards in today's session. All the Adani group stocks are in fact in the red. If you look at Adani Ports and Adani Enterprises, they were among the top Nifty losers in today's session. If you talk about some other stocks that are not doing all that well, Hero Motorcorp is under pressure. Kotak Institutional Equities came out with a report where it has reduced its rating on the two-wheeler maker. It has cut the target price from 2,600 rupees to 2,400 rupees a piece. In fact, Kotak Institutional believes that Honda's entry into the entry level segment has, in fact, will pressure market share for Hero Motor and continue to shave off market share in that segment, and that is not boding well for the two-wheeler maker. Aside of that, other losers on the Nifty, we have BPCL, Tech Mahindra, Bharti Airtel. But if you look at the gainers, we have Hindalco, that's the top gainer. We have UPL, Dr. Reddy's and Cipla. In fact, Dr. Reddy's is once again gaining after the stellar run we saw for the pharma stocks in yesterday's session. We have Coal India and ICICI Bank also among the gainers. Let's talk about some stocks that are in news. Kalyan Jewellers, there's a block deal in the counter.
Yeah, so if you look at the mid cap end of the market, slightly weak, and if you look at the advance decline ratio, almost 1:4. So clearly the market breadth, despite being almost flat, is quite negative because of the selling that we are looking at the mid cap space. Kalyan Jewellers, as Nandita was mentioning, that stock is in focus. Stock is down 8% because Warburg Pincus, one of its investors, has sold over 2 crore shares in the company at 110 rupees per share. That's the block deal coming up today, and because of that the stock was under pressure. In fact, the stock is trading below that block price. Typically we have seen the last 4 or 5 block deals have been slipping below the deal price, so there is some selling pressure there. Bandhan Bank, that is one stock which has hit a fresh 52-week low. In fact, it's at a multi-year low, around 185, down almost 7%. So that is one stock to watch out for. Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports, these are the two stocks which are declining in trade. Obviously, for Adani Ports, the Haifa port, which is in Israel, because of the workers' strike, the operations have got impacted, and there has been a nationwide strike against the judicial reforms which the Israeli government plans. So, short-term disruption coming in there, and the stock is under pressure. Dilip Buildcon and PNC Infra, they have won various road projects worth 600-800 crores odd respectively, and post this order win, both the stocks are up 6%. Heikel, Torrent Power, Imami are the other stocks in the mid-cap space which are gaining.
Right, we were talking about UPL being one of the gainers on the Nifty. Well, Nuama has come out with a report with a buy target, call on the company in target of 1,024 rupees. It says that it is best placed versus its peers. On the back of that, UPL in fact was gaining. All Cargo is also among the gainers today. It has inked a share purchase agreement to buy 30% in Gati Kintetsu Express, which is for 400 crore rupees. So that's why even All Cargo is gaining in today's session. As you mentioned, PNC and Dilip Buildcon have bagged orders, so both these companies also gaining in trade today. Paytm is also in focus. There's a report by Morgan Stanley. It has an equal weight rating on the stock with a target price of 695 rupees. It believes that the guidelines on full interoperability of KYC wallet may lead to some additional revenues for the company, and that could bode well for Paytm. So that's one counter that was not gaining too much, but nevertheless it was in the positive. Among other Nifty 500 losers, aside of Kalyan Jewellers, Vijaya Diagnostics, that stock was up 15% yesterday. There are concerns of a resurgence in COVID cases, because of which diagnostic stocks were rallying for a couple of days, but today Vijaya Diagnostics is down somewhere around 6 to 7%. It's come under pressure. You have Bandhan Bank, as Yatin mentioned. Then Nykaa is once again under pressure, down 4 to 5%. There were a couple of, in fact, there were 5 top-level exits in the company, so that was something that was keeping the stock under pressure in yesterday's session. UTI AMC is once again losing after the shine has been taken off from debt funds, after the amendment was passed to the finance bill on Friday. So overhang continuing with UTI AMC down in trade. Aside of that, among the gainers, I think you had Imami as well that was doing well in today's session. So pretty much, a very
weak
flattish
kind of,
market,
yeah.
but important to note that the small cap index was down 1.5% yesterday, and even today it's down over 0.5%. So that weakness is clearly visible in the small cap and broader end of the markets. Anything else that is worth mentioning in
No, I think broadly we've covered most of the points, and yes, it's March end, so typically mid cap and small caps are witnessing some selling, so fasten up your seat belts. Probably you'll get some stocks cheap, but there are some stocks which are clearly breaking those important technical levels and falling below that 52-week lows levels as well.
Right. So autos as a pack was not doing well. The 1st of April we will be getting auto sales numbers for the month of March. So that pack is also in focus. Aside of that, there are a couple of holidays coming up. Thursday is a market holiday, and next week as well we have a couple of holidays, and of course we have RBI's policy also outcome next week. So that will also be in focus. But aside of that, pretty much flattish market, but we'll have to see how trade pans out in the second half of the session, because we are around that 17,000 mark. Whether or not we manage to conquer that level decisively ahead of the expiry tomorrow is something that we will be watching out for. Well, with that, I think it's a wrap on this midday market mood check from me and Yatin, but for all your other news and financial updates, stay tuned to Moneycontrol.